Testing one. Testing one. Testing one. Okay, testing 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, mic check with music playing. Check with music playing. Anyways, welcome back. Let's get going. I just want to jump straight into another design. Another design. Let's drag this on over. Let's go look at the last two. Right about here. I'm on another Etsy shop, a brand new Etsy shop. Let's point that out. It sort of allows you to do split testing, which is good, very essential in a business. Where we left off, I put a sale on these listings, and I was on a roll of doing mental wellness stickers. So I want to do another mental wellness sticker. And if possible, throw in some digital art. I'm on multiple browsers right now, man. I'm on like 14 browsers. 3 browsers right now. Design, Etsy, Stream. And then I've got my Adobes at the bottom, and of course let's see, task behavior. Let's go with auto hide. All right. We're gonna start auto hiding task. Oh, that's cleaner. All right. Yeah, I'll do that. Hopefully that works for me. Anyways, so down here, let's grab that. Before we do that, let's wanted to get rid of that real fast. Let's kind of put them side by side. I want to look at these so that I can kind of put myself back in the state of mind from start to finish that I was in during the 3 designs, or the 3 prompts and redesign. This one came out just absolutely ready to go. That one I doctored a lot. This one I doctored a lot. But essentially the process is you let, rethinking that, essentially the process is you let AI do the heavy lifting. For example, the aesthetic portion of the process from design to list, or design to listing, and you know, you're gonna run into some points in there where you have to kind of come in and put your touches on it, whether it be design or message in design or whatever, just to give a couple examples. With that being said, I'm going to put this full screen and then minimize, and we're going to go to this browser. We're going to kind of go find that last sticker and take the prompt from that one, which I believe honestly is on this browser right here. And I think I actually did them in ChatGPT, so let's try to see if we can find. What did I call them? Okay, let's check the other browser. And ChatGPT. Look at our history. I had to bring my heater closer to me. Okay, right there. Mental health quote design. Look at that. Gorgeous, man. That was another one. Oh, this one right here I liked a lot, actually. Let's go grab that one and drop that into Photoshop. That's where we can go. I think I have already. There we go. All right. So back when I prompted this particular design, I like the outside bubbles or whatever these are also, it's like a nice background. It's okay to rest. You're still growing. Like, I could leave it as is. The lowercase font in that first line, right? I believe that should be a comma though. Um, looks good. I wouldn't want it to be capped. Like this is what I mean when I say AI does the heavy lifting. Look at the design, right? You know what you want in terms of mental wellness message. One, you also know a little of what you want in terms of design behind the message. You let AI come in and kind of just make the two components look pretty, you know, and that's kind of what it does. So I wouldn't argue that the art is completely in the prompt writing, but I would argue partially that the art is in the prompt writing. Moving on, I will clean up this G right here, to be honest, using the, where was my tool? Spot healing. I'm on dual monitor, so the name of the tool, when you hover over it, appears on the other screen for whatever reason. It's reading that other screen, and I haven't the time to go and look into that. All right, so we're gonna spot heal, undo, undo, undo. That looks better. Sort of spot heal that G. It's a little. Let's kind of just wipe around that. Undo. Sometimes it gets it right. Undo. Start here and heal. That little hook on the G looks really good, so I want to kind of stick with that. Let's heal there. Let's heal there, heal there. Undo again. Zoom in a little more. Get closer and spot heal. So undo. Alright, let's see if we can kind of cheat that. Alright, let's go back. Let's see what we've done. Okay, let's get in there and clean a little more. A lot more, actually. I think I just hit the save button and it's, yeah. Hopefully I hit the save button and it's, acting up because, okay, we're good. Yeah, it's acting up. All right, let's I honestly couldn't tell you what. Yeah, save. We're gonna restart Photoshop. I don't know what that was. Let's just get it back up and running real fast. I have restarted my computer. I don't know what that was. It's booting up on the other screen. Okay, and let's get back into it. We're running 16 gigs on a HP Almond. 16 gigs of RAM. Let's get back in here and clean that up. J is the shortcut for the. Looks better, looks better. I want to clean that up. I kind of know how to do it. It's got to get back in my groove. Make it a little bigger and there. Thank you. Alright, good, better. Start here and drag in, start there and drag in. Undo. Let's go and look at, right now I could be spot healer. And then let's grab healing brush. No, we're still learning. There you go. That's the problem right there. And undo and Alright, so click there. Sort of. Whoa. I think I kind of get it. Alright, so if I undo that and then I start here, kind of want to understand this brush more. Well, you know, if I had the time for it, I would. But I don't, so. Oh, accidentally grabbed the same one. If I had the time for that, I would, but I want to get this design onto a listing, a mock-up. So let's start cleaning. Make that a little bigger. It's not actually doing what I... Okay, freaking French fry. There it is. Wow, it's kind of doing what I want now. A little bit. And click, and click, click. Undo, undo. Let's get in there deeper. Click. Kind of see what we're working with. Yeah. Work on that O there. First I'll just click there. Alright, that didn't do it. Kind of right there. Make it smaller and there you go. And there. Undo, undo, undo. One more time. Trust me, this thing kind of works how you want it to work sometimes. But then other times it gives you like the biggest problems, man. Grab this one here. See. And then right and there. Come back to that tool later. Then you have red eye. Alright, just too much. We're getting there. Sort of, kinda, sorta, a little better. The tool's acting up, man. It's not, in all honesty. It is not acting the way it kind of used to. Let's go here, see what this does. I just kind of want to see if it makes that area blue. Yeah, it's kind of the blue I was looking for. Alright, this one right here, stamp that out. Stamp that out. I'm going to bring in the brush tool now. And okay, let's do that. And we're almost there. Alright, good. Now let's try to stay true to that hook on the Y. Also, I think it's a good idea to bring up The original. Let's go back. Let's grab the original. Here. Let's go with mental wellness designs stuff and grab the original. Just open that up. Let's actually drag it into, you know what? I just realized. Turn that off, back on, back off. Okay, there you go. That's the workaround. Looks like a 130 IQ play right there. All right, and one more time. Let's grab this opacity. Thank you. IQ play just went up another 25%. Make this bigger. Brush size. We're at 10. Let's go with 14. I need this. Which one are we on? I don't even know which one this is. It takes real experience, man, to get used to Photoshop. Alright, we're at a brush size of 14. Let's make it a 12. Oh, goodness. Look at the screen. Look at the screen. Like, what even is that? Alright, yeah. And zooming back in. Something, I swear to you, is happening with this. Okay, we need a nice, what do we need right here? 13? Just to really get that going. Alrighty. Turn that opacity back up. And we're looking good, man. Save that for now. Let's go doctor some other things. Like, let's clean that G up a lot more. Hopefully I didn't just move that. Okay, we're good. We're gonna go back to the healing tube. That is the name, right? Spot healing. Oh, this works, right? I moved Photoshop from the edge a little bit. I remember doing that already, but and it works. Okay, we need to spot heal that. Let's spot heal it in. That looks looking better. That difference right there in shade matters when you zoom out big time, as you can see when we zoom out. Let's really get that. Okay, back there, and then we can use brush tool to come in and reinforce, undo, stay true, reinforce that hook and make it look good. All right, we can shave a little off that back there. Let's grab the eraser tool. I know people are like, bring in the damn eraser tool, but a lot of the time you don't just want to bring in the eraser tool. Are we at 100? Where are we here? Hardness. Oops. I see what we're doing here. I made a mistake. Yep. That's why you don't bring an eraser tool all the time. You gotta make sure you know what you're doing. All right, undo that and redo, and then turn that off. I forgot to turn that off. It's always safe to work with that off. You never want the background on, the original on. So this is where we don't use the eraser tool. We're gonna go back to the healing tool, kind of see if it wants to work with us, and it's kind of working with us. There you go. Shape, shape, shape. So far so good. Yes, clean that a little bit, make it bigger. Okay, undo, 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 undo. That worked. That kind of worked. Let's leave it while we can. Let's doctor on this one here. Look at what that looks like. Look at the difference. That's clean inside that G's hook. That's a little muddy. As you can see, we don't want muddy. I almost want to put a face on that moon. I don't know what kind though. Let's just real fast clean that, and let's see what that does. Alright, we gave it a shot. You know what, I'll leave that on there. Gives it a little character, but I want to clean that up right there. Let's save it. And spot heal tool. Okay. Undo, undo. So far so good. I'm saying so far so good, but actually not. I'm undoing right now. Okay, so let's clean up this outside first. I'm going to redefine the outside, the surrounding color. I want that to be brighter, first of all. That's too big. I'm watching this show. I want to get back into it real fast too. Real soon. Robot, Dr. Robot, or I think that's what it is. It's really good. You do a really good job. It's got several seasons, I think. And the last episode I watched, I'm on season 1. It's just like their cliffhangers sometimes do exactly what I think they should do. I'm not saying much, speaking vaguely, but the show's good, man. Of course, I'm speaking in a manner to preserve information in case, you know, people listening haven't seen it. Okay, yeah, we got to switch to plan B on this cleanup. The tool's not acting the way I'd like it to act, so I'm gonna go about reshaping it wildly, which looks like this right here. You just kind of come in and you blast things out of the way. Right about here, right about there. Okay, and then, you know, we gotta save time, sorry, so right about there, turn this on. Brush tool. Okay, let's have a look. Yay or nay? Not the best, but we can do it. We can do with that. Let's go with a. See if that works. Get rid of this. Turn that into a comma. Too big a comma. Let's tone that down a little bit and do that. I'm going to get rid of this star right here. Make this exclamation mark a little taller. Come on. It needs to be a smooth swipe. That looks better. I'll redistribute that star. And then let's get rid of that again. And put that back. That just doesn't cut it. It has to be slanted, yeah. You're still growing. There's a little glow going through the words I like. You can see it. Or maybe I'm just imagining things. No, I'm not, actually. These stars are very unique. I kind of want to remake them. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give it a good shot. Go with poly. Let's go with shape here. Click, cancel. I don't know if this is the tool I'm looking for. Poly tool, shape, path, 5-point star. Let's do 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's make a star. Let's hold the shift key. Make a star. Let's remove its stroke. When you start to jump between programs, Adobe programs, you sort of lose track of the hotkeys. Why isn't this? I'm trying to change the color of this stroke. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. It's right here. No, it's not right there. Right here. Oh my lord. Give it a go. Where the preview should be on everything, man. Let's ramp that up a little bit. Alright, right about there. That's 1 star. Let's get off of it, see how it looks. Okay. Let's lower that stroke weight a lot of it. And let's pull it down here and see how it looks. So here's what we're going to do with that, as we did in testing 1, 2, 3. 1 second. Good to go. I'm just trying to make a habit of doing audio checks throughout the stream. Don't want to be 36 minutes in and just to come to the realization that you've been talking to nobody for 36 minutes. We're going to clean this up real fast down here. We don't need anything down here. I don't even want to forget this, so let's just do a nice swoop with the heal tool. Wow, that didn't work out. All right, zoom in. Let's kind of let it know we mean business. We want you to go, man. You gotta go, brother. See you later, brother. All right, let's do a swoop. That never works. The music is everything right now. Let me just turn it up in my ear. I want to turn it up in my ear. Oh man. Okay, we're good to go. I'm gonna turn oh man, I want to turn the music up, but I just can't do it. That's good. This okay. Oh, back to work, man. We're taking this star right here. We're gonna add a blur to it. I'm not sure if that's the one I'm looking for. Blur tool. All right, let's rasterize this layer. And let's kind of give it a nice, there you go. Let's blend that thing. And then let's copy it to here. I think these will look better here. So let's take the healing tool, get rid of these. And we're gonna make, and so that we're not, that music is nice. So that we're not, God, look at that. It looks so good. We're gonna get rid of these two, but later on, I'm gonna leave them there for reference. Let's copy these, make smaller. Also want to make another one. Let's finish that. I want to make another one just to give variety. I want to make 3 actually, so let's right about there. Right, and then here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give it a different stroke color and a different stroke weight. So let's just go with a 1.5 on this one and 1.8 on that stroke weight. Brother, this is why I click off in blank space sometimes. Let's pull this on over. You see, that has a different look to it. I could blur it now as well. Gotta get these short keys going. Blur doesn't have a short key. Rasterize that layer. Save the entire project. The music is lovely. 1, 2, hit it with 2 clicks on the blur and then a resizing. Hit enter on that. Control H removes the outlines. So it's a 1, 2, 3 drag. Maybe 1, 2, 3. You keep that variety going. I don't think I really want to do a 1, 2, 3. Closer we get to this side, we can almost resize these. They have that right. I want it too clustered. All right, let's lock that layer. Where's that reference? I'm looking at the reference here. Music is lovely. Yeah, we got a nice cluster over there, not too many. Nice cluster over on the left and not too many on the right, so that's cool. Let's put a few more smaller ones. This should do it, right? Kind of space them out a lot a bit. Cluster these up a little bit. It just gives it that variety, and then keep these spaced. Go there. This feels like it needs to be resized. Let's do it. It just feels that way, sorry. On let's full screen that again because we don't have our side scroll bar. Unlock that, highlight layer, healing tool, get rid of these now that we've got our stars. Man, that brush, that healing tool does a great job. I'm gonna leave that one there maybe. Let's see how it looks without or with one of these. I don't know. I don't see a problem, in all honesty. Before we continue on, let's drag one of these up here. Undo, undo, redo, redo. Let's drag a one. Bring with it reference again. 5 total. Okay, so back here. Gorgeous. 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 I like referencing the original because if the original looks good to you already, don't take away from the design. Let's put that third star up here. Yeah. Also going to doctor this a little bit. Kind of close that leaf in. Just to see what star we're going to put up there. So we're going to remove those stars up there. Yeah, buddy, that's what I wanted. Being a stubborn little punk. Right about there. Click on this layer. Say goodbye to these guys. And then drag on over. I'm gonna make this one bigger. Because I like the variety on it. I keep saying variety. I like the difference in stroke weight. When it's nearly the same size as that one right there. I'll say that much. We're gonna clean up that leaf right there. Let's lock these layers. That is not scrolling to the top for some reason, man. That is weird. Maybe it has. Yeah, it has. I don't know what that is peeking. It's just a, okay, whatever. Lock. Grab that layer, lower its opacity. Put it back up. Don't need to do that actually for this particular task, micro task. I just need to go in and doctor. Brush tool. Let's just, yeah, that's what we want. There we go. Enter. Enter should work, but it doesn't. All right. It's gotta have that steady hand. That looks good. So I don't know if I want them that dark. I know what I can do. Lower the opacity on this baby. About 75. Move back in. Give it another shot. Give this one a shot. That one a shot. That's not perfect, but what matters is when you zoom out, how does it look? How does it look when you zoom out? You don't want it all pixelated and grimy and muddy and whatever else you could call it. So let's heal tool this a little. No, brush tool this time. Right? There you go. That was the other part I forgot to introduce. And then brush to that and just, you know, say, here's what we're doing with your makeover. We're just gonna make you over. Now we're gonna have to go with a 90 something because I can't have that overlap right there. That transparency. This has to be solid. Undo. You can close that. Could we? Doesn't look natural. Let's make this smaller. That probably looks more natural. Maybe. No, I don't like it. Let's doctor that one more time. Back down. I know. Brush tool. And shave that off. All right. Doctor these, a lot of it. Undo to make that smaller. There you go, clean that. Alrighty then. Undo. coming to over to the Y. We've got another approach method. Clean that. It seems to be working much more efficiently, you know. And then come back in. Once we do that, we can take the heal tool and sort of blend, right? Now we can say, hey, blend that area. Blend the imperfections in that area. Even like right here, blend. Yeah, okay. I don't know what you're doing. Alt. There it is. Alt I. They made it so much more efficient. Oh, it didn't work. It's not working. Maybe that's for. Maybe that's for the stroke only. So you can just hit the X on your keyboard and it'll change. It'll rotate the colors over here, and then you just continue working. It's an old trick I learned back in the old town, Tennessee. Moving on. We're almost done. We're cleaning up these little blemishes and whatnot. Come here, and that's not the color you want. So we're gonna say robot. Here's what we could do now that I've got my workflow back. Take the heal tool, get rid of that, and take the heal tool, make this spot more. Just get rid of the whole, like, get rid of the whole letter. Get rid of, like, I don't like this glow coming through here. It's too pronounced in that area. You see that it's got to be more clean. You see how it's more clean? I can even do it better. Just get rid of the S as well. Clean it up, right? Make it match, make it more flowy, more smooth. Undo, undo. Right there. All right. That's more clean than what it was. And then let's get that opacity lowered, right? And just come back in with the brush tool. Just make a mark right there. Yeah, I think, you know, it kind of feels like I'm doing something, but I don't think I am. Let's grab that color. All right. Bam, there you go. And mark, make it smaller. That might work. Do it again. That might work. And there. Make this one a little bigger. Oh man, where are we at? What two sizes are between 15 and 10? It goes up to freaking, like, come on, man. To 15. Oh, baby. Like, look at that, man. It's just, it's so much more cleaner. Let's turn that off. You see that? It's just so much more cleaner. See all that rubbish? You see all that muddy? Look at all that stuff right there. Way better. Now if I wanted to, we're at the hour mark. I say we just kind of get this baby onto a listing, onto mockups right now. But to finish that statement, if I wanted to, I would go through and doctor really small little blemishes and imperfections, like right here, and you know, like stuff like that. This one's going to be difficult in that you see the white hanging off of the lettering right here. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to deal with that. I might just cut it short and you know what? Let's get started. Turn that off and grab hold of the tool here. Undo, undo. Grab, grab, grab. Undo, grab, grab. And let's grab this over here. So this is where we start to keep some of the white. We have to keep some of the white over here. And let's just kind of let the project take us to what we're keeping. You just have to go with the flow. I'll call it that. Make that smaller. Let's grab the edge of that black. A lot more. Undo, 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 undo. Let's grab the edge of that, and let's start pushing this out. Right? We're just gonna kind of make a undo, 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 undo. Make this smaller. All right, give it a shot. Pull that in. Grab the edges of that. Grab the edges of that. You just kind of want it to have that shape. You're building the shape. You're building the shape that it should have over here. Like if you look at the edge right here, you just kind of say, you know, let's go with that as best we can. All right, and Control Shift I to invert selection, delete, and Control D to deselect. Control Alt Shift S to save in legacy. Let's keep it at PNG 24 transparency. Let's just go with that right away. Save it to our we don't want to save it to stuff. I want to save it to renders and complete it. This one is called It's Okay to Rest. Call this one It's Okay to Rest. You're still growing. Transparent for mockup. Printify. That's a long title, but it says exactly what it should. Where it's going. Head on over to Printify. Put this baby in the mockup phase. Hopefully it does what we want it to do. Best seller. Scroll down, grab that sticker. We're gonna choose manually. Your music's still doing its job, baby. Let's give a round of applause. Round of applause for music. DJ Gentleman in the mix. Let's take a moment to acknowledge that playlist. Deep Progressive House Set DJ Continuous Mix. Johnny M. Okay, it's not Gentleman. Johnny M. Thank you, bro. Just real fast. Okay. These are his songs. Thank you, Johnny. That mix is just doing its job. Start designing. And use that element extension to get rid of that. Let's drop our design. And here we go. Select variant. We're going to select them all. Let's get right over to preview. That's all that really matters. And let's see what we've got. I want to get the white border. It's got to be the white. It's not giving me the white. Oh, there we go. Okay. And let's go with the skateboard. What do we think? Like, what do we think? Now, here's a step that we have to do. We have to do. And in all honesty, it's a step that I forgot. That step's going to clean that up big time. So let's go back to edit. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, there's a step we missed. You take this on over to Illustrator. We're going to go to Photoshop first. And we are going to undo also deselect, save as a JPEG. That's the step we forgot. Call this one I don't think I should title it. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Ready for Illustrator. I'll say that. Clean up. Edge cleanup. I saved to the wrong place, but whatever. Open up Illustrator. And let's drop that bad boy right in. This one should say ready for Illustrator cleanup. Let's first of all pull that out of there. It is a render, never mind. Let's not pull it out of there. All right, drag that bad boy. Why do people say that stuff? Drag that bad boy right on over. Let's go to artboards and just pop another one on up. Drag this bad boy right on over. And here's the cleanup process we're talking about. This makes it much more cleaner. It's much more tedious, but that pixelated edge you see won't get reflected in the final print. It'll be a clean edge like that after having done what I'm about to do. So layers. Did we lock this? Yeah, we have. Okay. Of course, you come in and you just start. Don't know how that got up there, but it did. All right, there's a clean. I'm gonna turn that white off in a little minute. I don't like right about there. Get rid of that. Change our stroke to yellow so we could see what's going on. Grab this. That's too much. I knew it. I should have done that to begin with. let's start kicking. That looks good. Let's pull this right here. You can even cheat, to be honest. Now that I look back, you can even cheat. You're just gonna have some white showing before the white. So let's kind of be a lot more, I want this to come in more. Let's be a lot more loose on our, how strict we are on that edge. I was trying to avoid letting some of that white show through, but I think it's okay because it's going into white anyways. Okay, we're gonna start, I'm gonna do one, we're gonna change this color to one that matters. Let's go with white for now. I want to be zoomed in that much, right about here. Yep, good. And let's change the color again to a red. There you go. That works better, I think. Grab that. And nope, that didn't work. So where's that? This might be the cutoff point right there. I want to preserve that. Something ain't clicking right here for the. I don't think keeping it straight like that matters. I think up there, that's where it matters. Okay, yes. In terms of rotating that anchor, right about there. Pull that up there. We can even zoom in now. Right about there. Move that anchor. Pull it down. Grab that edge. Oh, baby. Wrap that around. Right about there. Nope, nope. I want this to be a lot more. So this should be here then. And then pull that anchor down. Make sure you keep it straight. Excuse me much. This is working out just to be perfecto. Here's where you get a lot of creative. You sort of grab that S. I'm gonna leave that edge up there. Oh, the music is kind of sounds like it's getting better. So we're gonna cut into some white right here. I'm gonna go right over that O. That's not an O. Right about there. Nope. Let's say right about here. And then what are we doing? We're dipping down a little bit. Yeah. We're coming back up. We're dipping down here a little bit. I'm gonna let this white bleed because I don't want to touch. I don't want to touch that. I don't want to touch the black for now. I want to see how this looks. I can always come back and adjust. I'm gonna let this white bleed over. Let's make that circular. That's too much. We are gonna stick to the black a little bit, but right about here, back out. That's not good enough. Keep that smooth and clean. And we're back onto the blue. Hold the shift and bring it on home. Bring it on home again. Right about there. Right about there. And how we're looking on that? Can we cheat that? I think we probably can. Yeah. That's looking good. Keep the integrity of that cloud going. And that's a straight across shot. Bam, we can cheat, keep some of that white in that edge. Bring that down. How we're looking. It takes a while to learn how to use this thing, man. I'm gonna undo that and grab that first. Readjust. Right about there. Right here. We're just sort of gonna let it. That's right about there. Okay, we brought it home without saying bring it home, which sucks because I wanted to say bring it home. Let's bring it on home. Okay, now you grab that, you hit D, you unlock, Control Alt, the number 2 to unlock pretty much everything you've locked on the project. D sets that to a default fill and stroke color, black and white, as you can see up there. I think it has to have that in order for you to create the mask. Grab the 2 objects, hit Control and the number 2. I'm sorry. There's to lock it again. Control and the number 7. And you are left with that right there. Now if I put a background behind this, this will give you the true understanding of what was just done. So that was just done, which is what you want. When that gets put into, I don't want to blow it up too much, take away from its size, but we're gonna say right about there and there. When that gets put into the mock-up, that's going to show a clean white border. Let's go ahead and make that happen. We've got a nice 15 minutes left. I do an hour minimum, 1 hour 30 max. We're going to make this the PNG transparent, overwrite. Let's overwrite. Oh, it changed. Okay, come on. That one. Yes. Oh, I shouldn't have overwritten it. I almost wanted to go look at it. But that makes it much more cleaner. Now, that start to finish, right? It takes about, you know, it doesn't even really matter. I was gonna speak on like how long it took, but I don't see where that matters because any project can take any amount of time based on what you want to do to it. So let's just get back to previews and look at these mockups, or get back to mockups and look at these previews. Mockup views, whatever you want to call them. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's look at it on Skateboard. Look at how clean that edge is now. See, I don't have the reference, but I should have taken the screenshot. Look at how clean that edge is now. We're moving this right into, I don't like they put that shadow behind it, but they have to. We're gonna move this right into a listing. But before we do that, you know what, let's get rid of that. We'll do the, what you call it after, context. One, let's go with size. Start with that one, it's the same thing. We're gonna say, we'll just say that 1, 2, and 3 to 4. We'll go, these are the, we'll keep the white borders prominent. Put a few transparent in there to let people see that there are transparent differences. Okay, and then put that one in there. Save. It's okay to rest. You're still growing. I'm going to ask AI to write us an entire description, prompt, title. The word prompt didn't belong in that, but we're going to ask AI to write us a description, a title, keywords, etc. Mental health wellness quote. Keep it simple for now. And let that be. Apply to listing. Here's what I like to do. Open print a file. Because I've optimized maybe one or two or all of the keywords in my previous mental health listings. Kind of want to go back. Let's go with this one here. And it could be an Etsy, not on. You know what? I'm going to post this and do it in Etsy. It's way easier. I'm going to post it. Sticker set. So we don't want to start with that right away, right off the bat. Mental health wellness quote. That's what you want to start with. Also, in your description, also want to start with mental health wellness quote stickers, right? To have. Elevate right there. You know, just kind of make something up. That gives all of its details, product details, what to expect, etc. I spend time doing this stuff because it's boring and not the design part. I do all of that in the off stream, like taking care of shipping, etc. Doing variants if I want to do that, but let's go ahead and publish that. And while that's publishing and uploading, I'm going to head right back to Illustrator and just drop a mock-up before we, let's go grab this mock-up. That sucks. Let's see if it's loading. Yep, it's loading. And go here. Let's see if we can grab this. Okay. It doesn't let us grab that, but we're gonna drop it into no stuff. It took a while, but I'm gonna look at this one. No. Let's say it's okay from. It's okay download from Etsy listing. Let's do that. Make sure we know what it is. Okay, yeah, kind of popped up there. I want to open this and that real quick and look at the two. Man, look at the difference. Look at the difference. Like cleaning up, right? Clean up. Look at the difference. Look at the Y on the G. I could have done better there. G, I could have done better there, but you know, I want to keep that integrity. It looks like someone wrote it a little bit. The stars just are gorgeous, man, compared to like the obvious AI defects, right? That star works up there, man. It just literally blends perfectly. The dot doesn't go there. The dot, you know. Good job. I could have done more, but anyways, we're gonna create a mock-up. I want to drop into Illustrator this design, right? Drop it into Photoshop first. There's a lot that goes into this, man. Close that off. I'm gonna drop that into Photoshop right away. Keep that white in there. All right, and look at the edges, clean those up. That's the wrong way. Let's whoops. That works for now. Small little things like that, you know, just come clean them up real fast and then cut that out. Drop it into Illustrator over that background and you have a nice little basic mock-up. I can never tell which way I'm going with the negatives and the positives, man. Like, make that smaller. Encourage that in real. Plus it in, negative out. All right, so let's see if we can grab that edge. Oh, I knew it. Plus it in. Almost done. We're good to go. Zoom out. And let's go ahead and save. Because they don't offer on Printify one with a transparent background. It's okay sticker for Etsy mockup creation. It takes 40 years to write. Move that out of the way. Drop this straight in. Sort by date. Date. We're not in renders, we're in stuff. Sort by date. There you go. We're gonna keep this straight up. Come right here to layers and say, drop your attributes on that. Oops. All right, and move it down again. Let's say, drop your attributes on that. There you go. Just leave it straight like as is. I almost want to embed this, embed images, change the color on this. Let's give it a nice little change of heart. Come on, man. Why do I have to click preview? Yes, now we're getting somewhere. We don't want it too, we don't want it blowing out the damn. Taken away from the, I might leave that as is, but I want to kind of play with, like, you see how that kind of, it's a little in contrast. That looks good. And then save as right away. I want that to be a JPEG. These are going in. It's okay. This one's called It's okay. Mockup 1. Minimize. Illustrator tutorials on, like, well, reminding myself how to use. God, that looks good. Why isn't that in the right there, baby? Let's move that one over so you're just not getting the same, you know. You're still growing. That looks good. Okay, and go here, go there, bring up this listing. I've got one view from that listing. Let's go to an older one. I'd say the last one because I sort of optimized that. We're gonna take the come on, man. Copy those. Notepad. 1 second. No. I'm bringing this over. There it is. Okay. I'm going to take the same keywords and use them here. Hopefully they, yeah, let's do that. Forgot to put this, comma next to them all. I could do better with these keywords, honestly. Sticker quote, mental wellness, but I do know that they have several ones that matter in there, really big ones. Wellness sticker, mental health sticker, like, I'm not getting into the whole thing, but I trust them for now. Kind of check a few more things and I think we're ready to go. What is that? Renewal option. Publish image. Let's go with that. Man, that one stands out. That color, I like that color. So, and it's big too. Let's run another sale. I'm gonna run a 2-day sale. Right about there. 25% off. Today is the 20th, right? We're gonna run it through Saturday. And give it a name. Flash sale. All listings. Review and confirm. Thank you much. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, now let's go check that out. That music is literally doing its job. And that sale should be active. This is my shop, everyone. Sale is running. Go get what you think you need. Support if you feel you want to. Hopefully you enjoyed this stream in particular, as I am having a joyful time making them. And with that being said, I bid you a good whatever it is in your time zone.